Hi lovely people. Unfortunately, the canal walk didn't come off today. The weather was against us. It was throwing it down with rain and the wind was driving it in my direction, so the filming wasn't going too well. So we're in the office today and we're going to cover the next stage of our journey through the emotional needs that we need to have met in order for us to feel emotionally well balanced. So these are essential human needs, guys. They're not they're not weaknesses. They're absolute essential human needs that need to be met. The first one we discussed was security, our need for a safe territory, a safe environment for us to grow and to develop and not to feel under threat. And the second one we discussed was autonomy, the need for us to have our own choice-making decisions and being able to feel that we're in control of our life and not that we're overwhelmed by our life. So that autonomy to make choices, to make decisions about our destiny and to feel in control. And today we're talking about the subject of attention. So how we get our needs for both giving attention and also receiving attention well met. Now, if you're parents or if you were once a baby, you'll know that babies they're world-class experts at getting their attention met. Because what do babies do when they're hungry, when they're tired, when they're bored, when they're wet, when they're dirty? When babies cry. And as parents, we cannot resist the sound of a crying baby. We must pay attention and go to help the baby. So kids learn as they grow through life that there are many ways of getting their attention needs met. They soon learn the subject of reverse psychology, so they understand that if they say they're rubbish at something, they get a cuddle and they get encouragement and they get support, and that helps them to feel their need met for attention, and they've got some confidence and some self-esteem because we believe in them and we value them and their qualities. And as we get older in life, sometimes we misuse that reverse psychology to get our needs met. But ultimately, at the end of it, it's about having our needs met. It's about feeling valued. It's about feeling respected. It's about feeling that we are visible in our world and that we are having our needs met. But that also applies when we look at it from the other perspective of giving attention. We feel very valuable and valued when we are making others feel good, when we are able to give love and affection in the form of attention. Because attention is actually quite nutritious for us. We grow from it, we feed from it. It feeds ourself, it feeds our sense of self, and it feeds our self-esteem. And if we're not able to give attention, it has an adverse effect on us. If we're in isolation and we can't connect with those that mean much to us, our parents, grandparents, elderly relatives that are in care homes, and we're not able to give that affection and that attention, we feel that lack, we feel that loss. So it's a really vital subject. It's one that we sometimes miss. But, if we've ever been in a situation of isolation, which we've grown through that recently in the last 6-7 months, but we understand how it feels not to be able to give attention to those that we care about, and also perhaps not to be able to receive it in the way that we ultimately would like to. So that's the subject of attention. It's quite a fascinating subject. You and I will also know from looking at the world that people do things in many different ways to get their attention met. They dress flamboyantly, they're sometimes very loud to draw attention to themselves. Some people like to be very heavily tattooed. They're making a statement, but they're also receiving attention. And they give attention when they recognize others that are of the same tribe as them, others that have the same propensity for tattoos. They give attention, they give affection, and they recognize and they respond to people. So there are many ways when we look around the world that we see people having their need for attention being met, and also where it isn't being met. We see it in their physiology, we see it in their expression, and we see it in their emotional dysregulation and the fact that they are not as happy as they would be. So happiness, a massive important emotional need that we need to have met, but it comes from a combination of all of these things we're discussing. So guys, I hope you're enjoying the videos. We'll be back on the canal tomorrow, hopefully. Love to see the comments. As always, keep them coming, and it's great to have these conversations we've been having. So take care, everyone. I hope you have a great evening. Speak to you soon.